Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about count your blessings. So sometimes that's a little hard to do. Sometimes when we've been very stretched or stressed or pushed or feel like life's a bit tough, it can be a bit hard to count your blessings. So I wanted to clear some energy around that so that we are more able to feel grateful. And as we are grateful, we can also become grateful for the things that we're about to receive. Wanting you to be able to feel that you can do that. So, just pop in a hello if you're there, and it's nice to have you on. All right, so we're going to go jump into the ninth chakra, which is the lunar chakra. So it's above the crown chakra. All right, so what's coming up here is the inability to understand the lessons that that are contained in our experiences. And so oftentimes, the really difficult things that happen in life really challenge us, but they make us grow. And so sometimes as we look back, we can see, oh, yes, that was the time that I grew, and that was the time that things, improved. Even though it felt really awful at the time and I didn't think I was, capable of getting through this, it's like, yeah, I did grow through that experience. All right, so sometimes what we need is silence. Do we get times of silence? Oh, good morning, Jackie. Oh, that's so nice. She says, so grateful you're here. Thank you. I'm grateful you're here. Be no fun on my own. All right, so an oil called tangerine comes up. So tangerine is such a delicious smell. It's also about like creativity. So like allowing yourself to be more creative, like a little kid. Spontaneity, there you go. So creativity can be stifled by an excessive sense of duty or creating rigid standards for oneself. While work, duty, and responsibility all have their place, feeling overworked, overly responsibility, and overburdened leads to a loss of creative energy. So, Tangerine invites individuals to make room for their creative side and asks that they reinsert fun, joy, and spontaneity into their lives. All right, so you might also use this if you're feeling heavy hearted. All right, so where in your body is telling you that the energy is stuck? Where is it just not flowing and not happy? Okay, so also an affirmation, I chose this earthly experience. And I really feel that very strongly. Often we can feel quite disheartened when life is tough and our body might be showing us lots of difficult stuff and we don't feel like we can cope with what it's presenting to us. And Sometimes, work feels a lot and family feels hard, and maybe friends aren't as supportive as we would like. So, all these things can feel like, why would I choose this? But we did choose this because we knew we would grow. All right, so I'm going to do another oil. Oh, this one I haven't talked about before. Northern Escape. So it's about stable transitions. Right, so Jackie says her stomach. Okay. All right, Northern Escape is an ally when individuals are suddenly re-evaluating their influence, accomplishments, legacy, or purpose. It helps shift unrealistic expectations and hypercritical judgments of one's success or failure in life. So it's often we can be very black and white about whether we're successful or not. It invites individuals to reach within themselves to unearth what truly matters to them now. So at some points in our life, we can be very driven to accomplish something, but it's like, does that still float our boat? Does that still bring us joy? This blend encourages them to root deeply into their integrity and refuse to accept the world's distorted messages of what is desirable and praiseworthy. I love that. This readapting process can take tremendous courage as the individuals are asked to relinquish their sense of control and surrender to greater spiritual forces and the power of nature itself. Following this transition, this blend is there to help them regain a more stable sense of self with more wisdom and grace than they possessed before. So we might use this oil, Northern Escape, to help us endure the difficult things that we're going through. All right. So feeling stuck in the stomach, Jackie? Panic. Right, Northern Escape, yeah. Okay. Yes, it's an interesting blend, isn't it? There's a lot of furs in there. Black spruce, Siberian fir, balsam fir, lavender, cedarwood, cypress, hinoki, frankincense, nootka, kananga, and clove. All right, age 7. And 20. 28. And also some resentment stuck in the stomach as well. What do you feel resentful about? Right, right, so now I'm going to jump into the heart chakra. All right, I deeply and truly love and approve of myself. And often we have a picture in our head of how things should go, or how we should look, or how our situation should look, or how we should function, and we don't we don't want to accept the reality of how it is. So it's almost like we can't digest what's happening. Age 3, age 7, 13, 14, 15. So let's just say it's okay when things don't go perfectly. And I'm rising above the need for perfection. Age 2. So dad's perfection. So this will be adopted dad. I deeply and truly love and approve of myself. So sometimes we didn't feel like our parents deeply loved and approved of us. Right, so Jackie is saying insufficient training and self-education time in the workplace. I have ADHD and practice manager is a perfectionist. Right. I guess ADHD is also that your brain runs on a different timeline to most people's and you see things differently. So often other people want to control that, but it's like that's also a superpower of yours to be able to see all these different things. And I guess her need to be having everything done perfectly um, is hard for you to accept because you find it hard to accept the imperfection in yourself, and we all do. All right, so that's got a generational component from your birth dad's mum and the women on that side of the family, like 63 generations of women. So this is a big and deep pattern. All right, I'm confident the healing power of God's love will heal my mind, heart, and body. So let's say with the office manager, um, or the practice manager, we're both coming at the same problem from different ends. And she wants to do it this way, and you do it this way. So it's like we need both ends. We can't do everything one way. So she would like to, but that's not the balanced way. All right. So you're not able to receive the way that the practice manager is doing it. All right, and that one comes from your birth mum. So birth mum's dad and the men. So 7 generations of men. Okay, 13, 14, 15, brother was causing chaos, taking drugs, and their focus was on him. Yeah. All right, so T6 is in between your shoulder blades, and it's the wiring to your stomach. All right, so it's like stuff that needs to be digested in your stomach from the past. And you were attacked by your brother, so it's hard to feel safe and loved when you're being attacked. All right, life becomes less interesting and fun because of the fear of criticism. Just like the fear of failure can stop you from following your heart. Long-term criticism and attack often lead to low self-esteem and self-worth, which can eventually lead to depression. So this is from Nina Siegel. She says, divine healing intelligence using the orange red flame of purification. Please dissolve all thoughts, feelings, and experiences of attack, criticism, weakness, irritation, and anger from my body and consciousness. Dissolve all energetic attacks and knives in my back. Assist me to release blame, shame, limitation, and all negative programming I've picked up from other people. Awaken courage, compassion, and belief in myself. Thank you. All right, so it's like attack and criticism was stuck in your stomach. All right, so the feeling of failure. So this has got a generational component to it. So generationally from your dad's mum. And the men on that side of the family tree. So this one's only 3 generations. So if we look up failure, all right, feeling like I'm failing. The opposite is encouraged, supported, succeeding, and competent. So competent doesn't hold. So age 16 is connected to feeling competent. All right, so I no longer feel like I'm failing or that I'm a failure. Okay. All right, so we're going to go into the aura, so layers of the aura. So like leaking energy. So the fourth layer of the aura, which is about our interactions and relationships and bonds. So your practice manager is a bit draining. So I guess it's about having resilient boundaries, isn't it? To understand what's their stuff and understand what's our stuff, and that sometimes we trigger them, which is a good thing. Good morning, Elizabeth. Okay, so now we're going to go into the solar star chakra, which is above the lunar one, which we were talking about before. And where in your body is complaining? All right, the feeling like always striving. So it's all like we're always trying and trying to get ahead, but sometimes we feel like we're not getting there. And here's a great affirmation: life is easy for me. It often doesn't feel easy, does it? Oh, good morning, Margaret. All right, so age 3. Okay. All right, age 15. The feeling that's stuck is lack of control over events. And sometimes we like to feel like we do have control or some control over our life, but often we only have control over about how we process what happens to us. We can't really control the things that are around us, but we like to wish we could, but we can't. So it's like understanding what we need to learn through this thing that we can't control. All right, so we're in the sixth chakra, which is about trusting our intuition. I'm confident in my intelligence. Sometimes this can feel like a comparison with other people, that we're not as intelligent as other people. And some people are quite book intelligent, or, some people are very, very clever with their maths head. But there's also like a sense of emotional intelligence. And some people, unfortunately, lack that emotional intelligence. It's not what's taught in school. We're not taught how to be emotionally intelligent, or how to uh, get a sense of what other people are feeling. So even though you may not be going to write your thesis next week, it's like your emotional intelligence helps you to understand people and relate to where people are at. And there's a lot to be said for that. It's hard to teach someone emotional intelligence. It's like they either have it or they don't. Okay. All right, we're going to jump up into the galactic chakra. So, all right, I fear not what the future holds. And so I guess that's where the gratitude comes in, that we are grateful that we have a connection to God. We're grateful that we receive the inspiration. We're open to the inspiration, and we allow ourselves to act on the inspiration. And this is what's going to get us through the difficult times in life, that we'll be told what to do at different times. But it depends on us getting used to hearing that spiritual voice, and to be able to discern between the loud voices of the world and the spiritual voices that are guiding us on our path. All right, I ask for what I want. What do you want? Right, so age 3 is connected to that. So sometimes we didn't think we could ask for what we wanted. Now we're going to go up into the universal chakra. All right, so it's like a phase that we have to go through as each opens. This is a self-mastery and awareness of our true creative power. Because often we don't give ourselves credit or understanding for what we can do, what we are doing, what we're capable of doing. So it's like opening our head to receiving that constant inspiration and sort of being on that plane the whole time. And again, solitude comes up. So, like silence came up before, solitude comes up. So, sometimes we need that solitude or that silence to go back into a state of gratitude, to just be present, to feel who we are, to understand that God knows who we are, that He loves us, and that we are being guided in our life path. All right, I'm open to receiving light and knowledge, which is really what we want, isn't it? I feel like it's like learning on the job, isn't it? Like sometimes I might be prompted to work on something I haven't done for a long time. I think, gee, how do I do that? And then I will see a connection to something that I'm currently doing. So it's like we're shown how the layers of different aspects of our life intermingle and support each other. So sometimes we're just given things at particular points in time, and we're learning as we open to this light and knowledge. All right, I am unattached to my possessions, my opinions, and my body. So I guess it's letting go of the very physical things of life and being more in tune to the higher spiritual things, and to be allow ourselves to be grateful for that knowledge, and to be grateful that we are receiving inspiration, and to help us feel that we can uh, live our life by this inspiration on a daily basis. That we keep praying, we keep receiving inspiration, we keep working, we don't give up. Yes, we're going to get opposition, of course, because when you have good to do, you have opposition. It's a given. All right, so some generational baggage here. So dad's mum's side of the family. So probably dad's mum, a single person. Okay, so how's your stomach going? Is there any other parts of your body that are complaining? Anything else that's feeling difficult? And let's say the ultimate questionation, why am I so grateful? All right, age 12. So often that's a time, isn't it, that we might go through great body changes and thinking changes and circumstance changes, and it's a lot to process and think about. So we may not be grateful for our body at that time when it's changing so much. All right, so more generational baggage with Dad's mum. So this time it's the men, a group of men, like 7 generations of men. All right. So just having a look. All right, so our next Energy Workz seminar is the 21st to the 23rd of May, and I was just trying to look up when our next get together was, but I haven't got the right book. So I'll let you know about that, but you're always welcome to come. You're invited to bring a friend. We hang out together. It's just a nice time. And sometimes it's just small groups, sometimes a bit bigger. It's okay. You're always welcome. So ask us if there's anything else preventing us from being grateful. Generational baggage again. All right, so Dad's mum, but group of women this time. 3 generations of women. All right, generational baggage here as well from mum's side. So mum's dad and the men on that side. 3 generations again. So I'm getting better and better at being grateful. I'm getting better and better at being grateful for what I'm about to receive. Okay. Any other parts of your body complaining or saying that there's something hiding in there? Okay. All right. Well, if there's no more comments, I guess we'll close the call. Oh, tired and have the flu. Okay. So the throat chakra. I acknowledge my unique set of superpowers. So maybe not acknowledging who you are and what you're been doing and how much you've been pushing yourself. I'm okay with having energy doesn't hold, which goes back to age 2. So sometimes we got in trouble for having energy, or if we had energy and wanted to explore things and do things, maybe that wasn't appreciated by others. Right, inflammation from our feelings. So feelings of being unprotected. So generational baggage about being unprotected as well. So that's from mum's side. So I'm okay with having energy. I allow myself to have energy. I can use my good energy to take care of myself and others. And why am I so good at taking care of myself? Which goes back to age 3. And we had to depend on other people when we were 3, didn't we? We had no choice. Age 5. Age 17. Age 29. 33, 34, 35, 36. So I don't know what was happening in that time. Oh, excuse me. Alrighty. So it's okay for me to have energy. I take great care of myself. I am protected. I'm loved. I'm valued. I'm nurtured. God loves me. God protects me. God energizes me. All right, so underneath flu, this is in Ina Siegel's book. She talks about feeling vulnerable, tired, and frail. And she said, also overwhelmed by the negativity that surrounds you, feeling like you have to carry heavy burdens which you can't handle. Invalidation, confusion, and chaos inside you. Your body needs time out. And that often is the case, isn't it? If we won't give ourselves a break, our body makes us. Oh, speaking of which, okay. Alrighty. So just checking in, how's that feeling? Are you able to give yourself some time to relax and recharge? Sometimes we have so many duties, it feels hard to do that. All right. So just checking, anything else anyone would like to add? Lisa says yes, all of that. Okay. So health is my inheritance. I allow myself to be healthy, strong, resilient, vibrant. I no longer abuse myself, which doesn't hold. I protect myself from others' abuse. Jackie said, I have lots to be grateful for, and I'm seeking a new tribe to work for who is spiritually filled. Feeling okay. Thank you. All right. Well, grateful to have you on the call, and grateful for who you are and your striving and the difference that you make in the world, even though sometimes we can't always see our distance. All right. Thank you, Margaret.